Hi, this is Christy, ChristyMatthewsOnline.com, ChristyJMatthews.com. Hope you're having a great day. So today's topic is a lesson learned from employee number 8. Well, it's not quite a lesson, but it is definitely a revelation. And I thought about sharing this with you after a conversation I had with somebody yesterday. And it took me back to this podcast I was listening to with Facebook's employee, 8th employee, and he is still there. There's now, a couple 100,000 employees at Facebook, and he's employee number 8. So he's been around for some time and has seen the growth, and he was actually started off without a paycheck. He worked for shares. So, and that worked out very well for him, didn't it? So who is employee number 8? Well, he is the head of market development at Facebook. And why I wanted to share this with you is that I had a revelation about a year ago. I was just about ready to launch a huge project with a couple of other partners. And I knew the time it was going to take I needed to give every ounce of energy, any extra time that I had available, besides what I was already committing to the program or to the project, needed to be dedicated there. But my difficulty is that we had all agreed that it was going to be on Facebook. That just wasn't setting well with me. There is some information that came down the pipe during the year with the changes in algorithms and so forth. And I just wasn't feeling good about it. And, sure as shooting, as you're moving forward with things that maybe is not the right time, there were some things that happened in my personal life that made me have to take a step back, and I'm so glad that I did. I want to share what my revelation is with you today. Let me get back to employee number 8 and why I'm really glad that I took the direction I did. So here's his job description, is to form strategic partnerships that connect people to some of the world's most recognized brands. So what does that tell you? Facebook is an advertising agency. It's a brilliant model when you think about it, and most of us all use it. But if you are a business person and you're using Facebook to build your business, great. But you need to know what its role and its purpose, its function is all about. Because most of the people that I speak with, high percentage, 98% of the people that come through my doorway, so to speak, for some sort of coaching or mentorship, problems are lead generation. It's not so much your skills or a lack of skills. It's the ability to get the leads in so that you can get in front of enough people. And I'm here to tell you that using Facebook may not be the right platform if you're not using it correctly. Think of Facebook as a tool. And like any other tool in the toolbox, tools do various things for various outcomes, right? So let's say I'm looking around here. Would you use this mouse to pound a nail in? No. I mean, you could probably do it. You would do a lot of damage to the mouse, and you may not get your nail into the wall very well, but you could definitely use this, but your outcome would not be very good. Hopefully that's a good analogy. So if you're going to put a nail in the wall, use a hammer, right? And you'll get the better outcome. So here's the deal. Facebook is an advertising agency, and many people, like I was taught too, over 4 years ago, is that, hey, Facebook is a great platform to build your business on. And those who are teaching these lessons got started while Facebook was still in its infancy stage. See, why I go back to employee number 8 is that employee number 8 knew that the future goal of Facebook was to be an advertising agency. But there had to be incremental steps along the way before they could actually do that. So we're we're in today to where they're in adolescence, so to speak. And they can command a large audience and dictate how many people are going to see your newsfeed, how many people are going to see your Facebook Live, how many people are going to see your Jiffy, whatever the case is, they get to dictate that by their algorithms. And really, what they can just, they're the big dogs now. They command and they demand, if you want to have more reach and get your message out to more people, you're going to have to run an ad. So this is a problem for people who are coming online and say, wow, this is a great way for me to build my business from zero to little cost. And I'm telling you, you can, but your ability to grow organically on Facebook's platform is very difficult unless you use the tool wisely, or you have all the time in the world to spend on Facebook. Because the deal is, and I'm trying to keep myself on track, you know me, I can get talking too much, but when you think of it as the tool and the right tool, why are you using it? See, there are some pros and cons for using Facebook, and I've jotted them out. So the pros are, it's the #1 platform out there. Billions of people use Facebook every day. That's great. So it's good to have a presence out there. But if you are building your friends list and you're building and you're going in and out of groups and spamming the link and so forth, I bet you're not getting a lot of traction there because people have become immune to that type of activity on Facebook. So the more stealthy thing to do on Facebook is to use it with purpose, recognize its role, its purpose, and its function. Facebook is great for messaging. So Facebook is something that, let's say you have a conversation offline and you could carry that conversation online. You can have quick connections with people online through Messenger. I mean, that is fabulous. I use that all the time. Groups. Groups is pretty much the latest place to be if you want to connect with a large amount of people and make sure they get to see your message. So unless you are really running a group at this point in time of people who want to see what you're talking about, you're going to have very low reach. Now, the cons, there are a lot of them. The algorithms change all the time, and when you know what Facebook's mission is to be an advertising agency, of course their algorithms have to change because just even a few years ago when you got on Facebook, they allowed your newsfeed to be seen by a lot of people. But as people came onto the platform, that means that your stuff gets seen by fewer people. And Facebook wants to keep you engaged by making sure that people are seeing your stuff is something that they want to see. Okay, that your people want to see your stuff. And so their algorithms have a way of figuring that out. Other cons are, and this is terrible, is they're so big. There is so much mismanagement of the profiles. There's hacked profiles. I saw my picture out there the other day and I laughed because it came into my own friend request with my face on it. And I'm looking at it, I go, hello, Christy Matthews, how are you? And I knew it was phony because there was just a few telltale signs as to, I knew I was hacked, okay? Somebody picked up my picture and used it and created a profile. And why they're doing that is that they're trying to hack the algorithm by getting a ton of friends on their friends list and try to get the reach out to having a larger number of friends. You know, Facebook is not the greatest place to build your business if you don't have a large group and you're not placing ads. And this is a biggie. This is the one that really touched and hit home with me, is my time versus value ratio. See, I have about that much time to do the things I really want to do. So when I give that much time, I want to make sure it is definitely, I'm giving all the value I can with the time that I'm committing to things. And that was not happening on this platform, on Facebook. Because what happens is that you run a live and you may have great content, you put a lot of time into preparing for the live, you go and you record the live, and maybe only 4 or 5 people get to see it because Facebook only pushes it out. And it might end up in somebody's feed several days later, but there's a chance that only a handful of people are actually going to see your stuff. So when you look at the time and value ratio, it's just not there. Oh my gosh, and if you spam too much, or Facebook thinks that you're spamming because you're sharing your message, you're trying to beat the algorithm. Sorry about that, it's really cold in here, my nose is running. If you're trying to hack the algorithm, excuse me, if you're trying to hack the algorithm, Facebook might think that you are spamming because it's the same message going into too many groups too quickly. So it might give you a timeout, put you in the corner, and put you in Facebook jail. And maybe you have to suspend your use for 24 hours, a week to 2 weeks. And you know, the more that you offend, the longer your timeout is. When I got back onto the platform and started hitting my group, so probably about 5 months ago, I was in a week timeout, 7 days. So they wouldn't allow me to go into groups at all. Brief viewing, I just talked about that. Your work is being viewed by very few people. So my question is, if you're using Facebook and you're not happy with the outcome that you're having, with the results that you're getting, why are you using this platform? I'm not saying get off of it, because there is definitely value for being on the Facebook platform. What I'm suggesting to you is to go back and reevaluate what is the role, what is its purpose, and what is the function. Why are you using this? And if you're not getting the outcome that you want, go back and reevaluate the things that you're doing. Unfortunately, when I had to step away to take care of my father months ago, oh, it was great, because you know, as you're in the trenches and you're in the ground and you're just working things, when you could take a step back, it's like taking that aerial view. And you see so much more, because now your field of vision has expanded. And that was very revealing for me. It solidified and just confirmed what my gut was telling me about the project I wanted to launch and where my business was headed. See, folks, I've never had a problem with making sales or serving my clients, but coming online, figuring this whole thing out, added another layer of complications. I can definitely go out in my marketplace and get customers and get business, but I came online to simplify my life, right? And to try to touch people that are outside of my marketplace, because you know, that's just what digital marketing is all about. So going back to the tool analogy, in the conversation that I had with my friend, I realized that I need to use this tool of Facebook and incorporate it with other tools. And when I did that, folks, when I came back online, things have been just popping. Woo, 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 man, it's good. So I want to share with you what I shared with my friend. So I get online, I do a Facebook Live. I love doing Facebook Lives. I love sharing with you. And why not be on the #1 platform for doing that? But here's what I do with my Facebook Live. Not only do I leave it on Facebook, of course, it's Facebook's, they made it, but they allow you to download the video. So I download the video. And I go ahead and I put a thumbnail on it. And I have been incorporating the use of the #2 search engine, YouTube. You see, folks, what I realized is that being on Facebook does not allow you to get on the search engines. It just doesn't. You might get there and you'll see a Facebook listing, but the chances of you getting your SEO right, saying the things that you need to say so that all meshes together to get on the front page of Google, the #1 search engine, is pretty difficult. So I realized that I needed to be on the search engines. So I download my video, I take it over to Facebook, or I'm sorry, to YouTube, and I use SEO rich keywords. I put in a description, I put in a custom thumbnail, and I upload it to my YouTube channel. And I'm blogging, or vlogging, I should say. Now, the reason for the blog is that a couple years ago, I was going back and forth as marketers were saying, blogging is the old thing. You don't want to blog anymore. Facebook, social media is where you want to go. Because what happens if you think about the Facebook jail analogy, you don't own that platform, folks. You just don't own it. So what happens if an algorithm change or somebody in the background takes a look at what you're doing and they say, I just don't like what you shared today, and they're going to cut your video off or take you off the platform entirely, which we've all known. If you've listened to the news, this happens quite a bit, especially around politically heated topics. So I didn't want that. I want to own my stuff. And for too long, I was giving up ownership of my time and my work. No more, folks. No more. So Facebook Live video, download it to YouTube. I go ahead and, or download it, upload it to YouTube, and then I create a blog post. But that's not all. It's not all. There's more. We've also found the secret weapon to generating leads. And that is on yet another platform. Platform I thought I would never ever use, but that's Twitter. See, I don't tweet. I don't do those things, but I use Twitter to generate leads, and it is awesome. So what have I just done? I am now on 4 platforms, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, Christy, does that take time? Actually, it takes less time to do what I'm doing now than what it used to do before. What I used to do to go ahead and be on Facebook all day long, copy pasting, copy pasting, copy pasting. I don't need to do that anymore. I feel as though I'm providing so much more of a valuable service to those who want the services I provide. I'm able to give them more quality time, more quality information, because I'm not stuck with copy pasting, copy pasting. I'm much more available now. So there's a whole thing around Twitter that I'm not going to get into right now, because that is a technical piece, and about 18 minutes here into the video, this is not the place to talk about it, but I will talk about it another day. In fact, I will probably do an overview of the system that I'm using that I put into place. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. And I have a mini version of it that I'd be glad to share with you. But like I said, I'll do an overview of that on another day. So to conclude this, folks, what you really do need to do is syndicate your work over the other platforms. I haven't even talked about LinkedIn yet, or even Pinterest. Of course you want to bring those in, but we'll talk about that at a later date. I wanted to touch the biggies: Facebook, YouTube, Google. Those are the number 3 top biggies out there. Number 2 platforms: Google, YouTube, Facebook being, billions of people on it every day, and using Twitter as a lead generating machine. Oh my gosh. So all the pieces have come together, right? And I want to show you how to do that too. So my question to you is, if you want more leads and more sales, and would you like to know about how to put all of this together? I'm glad to help you out in any kind of way. So what I'm offering today is 5 30-minute coaching sessions. So I can only do this with 5 people. If you are interested in sitting down with me and let me take a look at what you're doing, if you're struggling to get leads, if you're going to some to 0 or 0 to some leads and you need more, I get that. I'm glad to help you out. I've got 5 spots available. I'm going to donate my time to help you out, give you 30 minutes of my time, more than likely a little bit more than that. But let me know. And the way to claim your spot is to message me. Don't leave it down here in the comment sections. Please don't do that. Send me a message that says coach. Okay? Do that, and I'll get back to you. We'll schedule a 30-minute time. We'll get on a Zoom or Skype, and we'll figure out what's going on, and I'll share with you what I'm doing. Okay? So I hope that you got some value from today's video. I really appreciate your time and being here with me. So you take care, and I'll see you next time. If you want one of those spots, you know what to do. Message me and type in coach. All right? Take care. See you next time.